Good afternoon and welcome to my weekly update. The weather has changed somewhat since last week, and certainly it's a bit cooler and a bit greyer today, but I hope that's not dampening your spirits. As always, I start by saying thank you to local people for adhering to social distancing rules and asking you to keep that effort up. We've heard a lot of chat in the last couple of days from the Prime Minister and from the First Minister about continuing those social distancing measures to ensure that we drive down the infection rate and that we ensure that we can continue to move forward to hopefully a time when we're able to begin to ease some of the lockdown restrictions. But we're not there yet, and we need to all continue to play our part to ensure that we can get there. Today is May Day, it's the 1st of May. Hard to believe, perhaps, in some ways, but today is a very important day in the calendar where we celebrate working people and the workers and trade union movement. And I want to just pay tribute today to all of our frontline workers and key workers at this time, people who are going above and beyond in the NHS and in care services, in the council, in supermarkets, in transport, and in the delivery pipeline, just to say, please keep doing what you're doing. We're all behind you and we're all supporting you. And every Thursday when we come out and clap, that's for you. And particularly today on May Day, um, working people are playing a huge role in fighting this virus. And that hasn't gone unnoticed. And I will continue to fight for your rights at work and to support you and to ensure that you get the right support from the council and indeed from the government. Because I think in the last wee while things have been perhaps too slow on protective equipment and on testing, and that needs to be ramped up. And I will continue to advocate on your behalf to the Scottish Government and others. In the council, we've had some developments in the last week or so. We have announced that we're going to be able to reintroduce some bin collections. As you know, we had only been lifting grey bins due to staff being off and redeployment of staff. We've seen a number of staff coming back, which allows us to reintroduce a level of service. It won't be the full service that you're used to, but it will certainly be have more recycling options available. So I would ask that you familiarise yourself with the collections. That's up on the council website. And if you have a neighbour, perhaps who is older or who doesn't use the internet, if you're able to let them know about the changes in a socially distanced way, then that would be really helpful. What we're going to do is the green and brown bins are going to be lifted week beginning the 4th of May on your usual collection day. Then your grey bin only will be collected on the 11th and the 18th of May, the week beginning those 2 dates. And then we're back to green and brown the week beginning the 23rd of May, and all that on your usual collection day. We're not lifting blue bins because we feel that people can store paper perhaps better at this time and it's easier to store, or indeed if you've got too much of it, you can put it into your grey bin. I know that a lot of people have been asking about the recycling centres, both at Barrhead and at Greenhags. Those are closed at the moment due to social distancing restrictions and will remain closed until the Scottish Government say that we can reopen them. The First Minister was asked yesterday in the daily briefing about the opening of recycling centres, and she said that it wasn't the time to do that because it's not an essential journey and indeed to keep people safe. So until we're given the green light by the Scottish Government, those centres will remain closed. And I know that's difficult for local people, but I would ask you just to bear with us until we get that authorisation. In addition, I know people have been raising concerns about fly tipping. Please be assured that the council continues, along with the police and others, to monitor that situation, to clear things up, and also to try and prevent it as much as we can by having the police out on patrol. There has been commentary this week, obviously, about the use of face coverings in public places, particularly on public transport and in shops where it might be difficult to social distance. I know that there is a group in the village through Neilson Development Trust who are looking to support any crafters out there who may want to help make face coverings. And there is information and advice through Neilson Development Trust's Facebook and website about how you can get in touch with that group and help to make face coverings that can be available to local people, because obviously those face coverings should be material and not necessarily surgical. We need to ensure that the surgical masks and things are there and available for those in a caring or medical role. Finally, I just want to say something today about this weekend. It would have been show weekend in Neilston. Neilston Show would have been taking place. I think this is one of the only occasions in recent memory when the show has been cancelled. It's obviously quite sad for a lot of local people because it is the centre of the Neilson calendar in so many ways. And we're always used to going down to the show field and meeting with friends and others and seeing all the great things that are on offer. So I want to send my very best wishes to the Agricultural Society who have made that very difficult but correct decision to cancel. And I want to send all my best wishes to anyone who's feeling a bit sad and a bit downhearted that they won't be at the show this weekend. I think the thing to say is that we will meet again, and that's clear. There will be a time after coronavirus, and I'm sure that next year's show will be all the better for that because we'll be able to come together again and have a great celebration. So please, whatever you do this weekend, ensure that you're adhering to the social distancing. I know that in the last few days traffic has gone up quite a bit, so please do try and stay at home. Only go out for those essentials. Keep safe, and until we speak again, have a good weekend. Thank you very much.